Welcome to the Let's Talk Show with DM Entertainment. Weekly, we discuss heartfelt topics that matter. Opinions are respected. Awareness meets action. We're not just discussing, we're connecting, educating, and celebrating here in the Fresno and Clovis areas. Local and all around talent and entertainment. We'd like to thank you today for tuning in. We are filming at the beautiful CMAC Studios here in the Central Valley. Let's start with the Let's Talk Sizzle Ladies. All right. So the first thing we're going to be discussing is the what are we're going through right now? They can't come to an agreement in Washington. So Biden warns that the government is going to be shut down, and if they don't do something soon, we might don't get to eat, y'all. Let's see what Biden's talking about.
Back here at home, time is running out to avoid a government shutdown. House Speaker Kevin McCarthy is facing an uphill battle with his own fellow Republicans, while President Biden says the GOP should live up to its budget deal. CBS's Weijia Jiang is at the White House. She's got the latest. Good evening, Weijia. What do we learn?
Good evening, Nora. Well, tonight the White House is calling this a Republican shutdown and warns that without a solution, at least 4 million federal workers won't get paid. Food safety inspections could be delayed and cancer research could be stalled. This afternoon, President Biden said the cuts would disproportionately impact the Black community and put food assistance to 7 million women and children at risk. He also put the blame squarely on the group of far-right Republicans who are holding out on funding the government because they want deep spending cuts. House Speaker Kevin McCarthy has failed numerous times now to convince those lawmakers to compromise, a task that may be even tougher now that former President Donald Trump is urging conservatives today to shut down the government if they don't get, quote, everything they want. Nora?
Weijia Jiang, thank you very much.
So tell me, what do you think about this, Ali?
I think they're BS, and they're always BS. I think that I know for a fact that every single time there was a threat to shut down the government, these guys will give up Christmas, Thanksgiving, Easter, and everything else to work all night long to make sure everybody's getting paid, to make sure that. Well, all of them, both of them. You know what? At this point, it's neither Republican or Democrat, because they have to come together to agree on whatever that budget is, or whatever the ceiling is, or whatever money has to be, signed off to make sure that the government never shuts down. And you know what? If there were situations, if there was such a challenge that at some point the government was shut down, then I would say, oh my gosh, there's a risk. But never. They go, hoo ha ha, but they never shut it down. They'll do it.
They do.
So
they do.
Yes.
Shut down.
No, they don't.
But you know what? The Republicans, they had an amount that they had agreed upon. Mm-hmm. So now they want to renege. So I'm like, just if you say you're going to have so many trillions of dollars, then stick with that. Stop reneging. Do what you say you're going to do, because now you want something else on the table. Mm-hmm. And you just stalling.
Yeah, but I heard about one of those deals, though.
Cicely?
You know
what do you think?
I agree with you, Lily. In regards to, it's just, not Lily, but Ali, in regards to the fact that it's just a scare tactic. That's all it is. But if we go back into history, the first government shutdown started in 1981. We survived. Look at you today. You survived it. And we've had 5 ever since then. You understand? And it has not always been on the Republican Party. The Democratic Party has caused the government shutdown as well. Now, like Ali was saying, what they need to do is just come to a compromise. They need to come to an agreement to make sure that the American people are taken care of. If they do not want to hinder the lives of the American people, then they will come to a compromise, whether that's sitting there on a Saturday, a Sunday, 24 hours, 48 hours, 72 hours, whatever it takes to make sure we're taken care of.
I have to give you a hand on that one. That's right, America first. Kendra?
Well, I just thought back, okay, for a second. This would be a reason to storm the Capitol. Okay, if you're going to storm the Capitol, that should be a good reason. Because government jobs, no, I'm being serious. Government, look, these are government, if they do have a shutdown, government, now we can be cool and laughing, we'll be okay. But government workers will not be getting paid and they'll be working for free until they decide to make up their mind, which we're the ones that pay their salary. You know what I mean? That is not cool. So if anybody was going to storm the Capitol at any time, this would be a reason. But I'm not saying do that, but I'm just saying that would be a reason for it. Now, what else? No, I'm serious. Because that is their money. There's a lot of people who are going to be cut, not just people from food stamps or anything like that. I'm talking about government employees, federal government employees.
Right.
It's not nothing to say, okay, yeah, they'll shut it down. If they shut it down before they can shut it down, that's because it's not us not getting paid. Plus, we have a lot to say of those who don't have to deal with that.
True.
But that is not something that they should be doing. We pay them to come to compromise about whatever, and this is something really, really important that they need to come up with, and it shouldn't be no 2 days before a deadline. And it's also, it is Republicans that's holding it up with this game plan with the Republicans and Kevin McCarthy.
But what happened
scared
was
to make a decision and do the right thing for the American people.
No, what happened
it is McCarthy, and I don't care if it was Democrats before. We're talking about right now.
No.
And that is what's going on.
This is what happened, though.
Can I just say something really quick?
Yes.
Before, because it was just hilarious to me. I just wanted to point out, on the video that we just seen, did you guys hear what they said? Did you hear? They said it would affect hundreds of thousands of black people. But there's Latinos that it will affect. There's Hmongs that it will affect.
Government.
No, I'm just saying.
It was uncalled for.
Federal employees.
Have to make that.
That comment was uncalled for. Those were Biden tactics during his election.
That's not Biden. He's just speaking the truth because the majority of them is not saying that no other race benefits from food stamps and stuff like that, which Republicans complain about.
But we're not the highest
which
rate.
Republicans complain about paying them anyway. So you don't want to get at. So that's not. No, it is.
It is.
It is Hispanic and it is other races that benefit from that.
I just saying. Let you know.
That's not a Biden tactic. That's not a Biden tactic.
Okay.
That's not a Biden tactic.
I just wanted to let you know, because you're going to hear me. Even if I got to keep saying this, I just want to let you know. You understand that African Americans are not the highest on the totem pole when it comes to getting government handouts. They are not. Caucasians, darling. Look it up.
Okay.
Yes, it is.
What's your point?
So
if they say somebody else, if you talk to a Caucasian, I bet you they won't tell you that.
Listen here.
Yeah. That ain't what they're going to say. That's not what they're going to say. Now, well, you don't even know if it's all factual like that.
The most important thing is not the race. The most important thing is that us Americans, is in danger of losing our work benefits, the ones who work, even the free benefits, the welfare, the babies, formula. It's a lot of people, especially our military. We definitely don't want them to not get paid for their hard work and things that they do. But this has been a really good tactic.
You're right.
The Republicans are using and some of the Democrats. So I don't blame either, because they both need to get themselves together and get the American people.
I'm sorry. What are the Democrats doing to stop this when it's the Republicans in the House? With this problem, what are the Democrats doing? Just tell me, how are they stopping it? How are they stopping it? We don't want Kevin McCarthy to talk to the Democrats about it, or they're going to vote him out.
Okay, but
so who's playing games with whose employment?
Okay,
let's be real. Let's be real.
They need to get it together. Both of them do. Because it's too many Americans that's going to be affected by it. And our second topic is going to be about bribery. Okay, our senator was caught with cash bars, gold, and things like this, and the Democrats, and he was a Democrat, and people are very upset about it. Let's take a look at the clip.
You can see just a fraction of the cash that was uncovered as part of the scheme.
For 30 years, I have withdrawn thousands of dollars in cash from my personal savings account, which I have kept for emergencies.
Wow. I've seen enough. I am I'm just looking at a lot of the things that both Republicans and Democrats are doing that's not right. Because I believe all of them is probably taking bribes in some shape, form, or fashion. Right. But Cicely, tell me a little bit about what you think about that.
Man, I'm just like, wow. They said that his gold bars equaled up to over 100,000. Now, me being a Forex trader, I trade gold on a daily basis. You know what I'm saying? I'm knowing what gold is going for. Gold is going for 19. Well, right now it done dropped down to the 1800s, but back then it was going for like 1940 an ounce. So could you imagine how much gold he got sitting up in his house to equal up to $100,000? And these are bars. You understand? And what is Egypt known for? You know what I'm saying? What are they known for? Those countries are known for gold.
Wow. Kendra?
Yeah, they built pyramids with it and everything.
Right.
I totally, oh my goodness, I just wish, nobody, you know what's getting me is nobody want to step down. Everybody doing this little sneaky thing on the side. Nobody don't want to step down and be like, let's just.
I'm not stepping down.
He don't want to step down. Okay, so, that there, Ben, is he a senator or?
Yes, he's a senator.
And they're not, it takes something to be a senator. You could be a lawyer, right? It's not easy to do that. Like, you used all that intelligence, and that's what got you? Really? That's what bent you? Like, people, I don't know, he's a lawmaker, whatever. I think he should resign also. I think he should resign. I'm with the Democrats on that. I think he should resign. And if Republicans think so too, I think they're right. You get out. If that's all you was going to do in the first place, I said about every Republican or whatever that broke the law, every Democrat that get out.
Right.
Get out. We pay you your salary. We pay their salary. Middle class pay their salaries.
That's right.
Get out. Get out.
At the end of the day, they're all doing something. A lot of them are doing something. It's just a matter of who gets caught. He got caught. That's it. That's the only thing that differentiates him from anybody else that's up there, or most of the other people that are up
just
there.
Just think I called, huh?
Yes, exactly. It's, because they're all doing something that is just not.
But I don't get it.
Well, it's a lack of honor. Because back in the day, if you got caught lying, you got caught stealing or cheating, you were blasted out of your neighborhood. You disgraced your parents. Now it's so commonplace.
And not only that, it meant something to you.
Yeah.
The punishment was real.
Something to you.
You actually cared.
You cared about whether or not.
Now don't even care.
They don't care.
They bold.
There's so many.
Bold. I'm like,
it's
and I look at it and I'm like, you know what? I said, it don't matter who you hurt.
Yeah.
Or what you do.
Yeah.
Right.
Long as you get yours. They're just greedy. And, it remind me of a story of a hog. All the apples falling from the tree, and he just greedy, just eat it. And I'm saying that's how they are, like hogs. They just grab and just grab.
Those are those 7 sins. The 7 deadly sins. Like gluttony is one of them. Greed is another one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And now it's slovenly because now they're just sloppy. They get caught. They don't have any honor, and they'll sit up there and lie. But you know what? There's the saying. The saying is,
and they're getting really paid for it. So what is the greed about? You okay? I don't make as much as them.
It don't matter.
So what is the greed about?
The love of money.
But look where it gets you though at the end.
They will take that chance.
Yeah.
They don't. It doesn't matter. A person will take a chance. Just to get 2 pennies more than what you got. They will shoot their loved ones.
But they're lawyers, they're attorneys. They already got a lot of money. I don't understand that one.
Lawyers, liars.
True. Liars.
Same thing. The only thing I was just going to say is, when they were talking about the code of honor and everything, I have my great uncle. I just remember him. He owned his own construction company. And he wouldn't worry about a written contract. And my mom worked for him, and my mom couldn't understand what's going on. Why won't you get a written contract? He said because a man's word is a man's bond.
Exactly.
You understand what I'm saying?
Used to be.
And so he said that right there tells you everything about a man, his word.
Right.
And when it came to the code of honor, that's what that reminded me of.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. All right, ladies. All right. We'll take a quick break and we will be back with sports.
That's my man about it.
The most important things in life are the connections we make. Person to person, city to city. Amtrak is setting in motion a new era of rail that will change the way America moves. We're looking for all kinds of people to work and grow in a variety of roles. Build a career with us. Your future rides with Amtrak.
Hey, everyone. Now it's time to talk. Let's talk sports. All right. Deion Sanders, talk about winning. Let's take a look at the clip. He lost this week, but let's see what happened. What do you got to talk about now?
I never think about failure. I'm not a failure. I've won everywhere I've gone, all the way back from a shorty. I'm a darn winner, man. That's what I do. Not only a winner, my winning is not based on games. My winning is based on life. I want these kids to graduate, to be fine young men, to open doors and yes ma'am and no ma'am, and yes sirs, no sirs, to be fathers, not baby daddies, to be real men that shows up on time and early, that if they say they're gonna do it, they do it. I want them to raise young women with grace and class and dignity. I want them to graduate. I want them to own things. We teach so much other than just football here. It's unbelievable. That's why I always say, if you send me a boy, I'm gonna send you back a man. And I mean that 100%.
Wow. I love Deion Sanders because I used to coach myself and my girls was my life. I didn't just coach like he's doing football. I did basketball. And I really focused in on their grades. I wanted to make them responsible adults. So I do understand what he's talking about. It means a lot. Ali?
Deion Sanders. I mean, what is the question? You know, he's an awesome man, and he has a lot. He puts all of himself into whatever he's doing, what he's doing with the kids and what have you. I believe what he's saying, and I mean, you guys hear me say that? I believe what he's saying. Typically, I think somebody's full of it, but I think this guy has a lot of heart and soul, and I think he means what he says, and he says what he means, and I respect him for that.
Yes. Kendra?
I also have a great deal of respect for him. I'm not really a sports fan and not a him fan, but I do respect what he's talking about. You know, the responsibility of parenting itself is a job just extremely important and not easy. Not easy all the time. You don't know what you're going to get.
Challenging.
You know, and none of us can pick our parents. None of us can pick our children. We don't know what's going to happen. We don't know what the future holds. But what he can do is try. And that's what we all can do is try. So you can't say, I didn't try.
That's right.
You know. So what he's doing, I think, is awesome. And, you know, a lot of times children can't really go to their parents and things like that. So we need mentors like him that they can go to.
It takes a village.
It takes a village. And sometimes they listen better to strangers than their own parents.
Oh, absolutely.
Especially if they're coming at him with something real. And I think he's doing awesome.
Okay, Cicely.
Oh, I love Deion Sanders as well. He's just an all-American. I just love him. But, you know, I watched another clip that you had sent to me, and I just seen the integrity in this dude, you know? Like, he lost the game, and when he lost that game, he was honest. I lost. It was fair and square. We got our butts kicked. That's what you call a real sportsman. Yes. And the fact that he takes it off of the football field and he takes it into the homes of these children to make them better men, better fathers, just better in society altogether, I think it's dynamic. I mean, I just think it's awesome. I really do.
His work doesn't stop on the field.
Yes, it's beautiful.
He takes it home with him.
And it can be just about the sport or the money. Like people just look. Sometimes you go in and you just look at, oh, they make a lot of money. And, you know, it's not just that. You also got to know how to manage it. Manage the money.
Right. And he's teaching
Make good choices with women you choose.
Right. Yes.
I agree with the ladies. He is awesome. He put himself out there for the kids, and you know, and a lot of people talk negative, you know, about him. You know, no, he just confident, and he do what he say he gonna do. Right. And then some people can't stand it because he's strong. He's a strong African American man, and I just love the way he's with the kids on the field, off the field. And I look at him, and when they do, mess up on the field, I don't see him grabbing him and shaking him and doing all this other stuff to him. I see him, he talk to him, and then next thing you know, he's embracing him.
Yeah.
I say, that's speak volumes.
Yeah.
Yes, we need more of that here.
we do.
We need more of that here in this lifetime, especially with the things that's going on today, because love and support is everything.
Yeah.
Yes.
And a lot of younger kids that's growing up today doesn't have that support as should, and I admire him for doing that.
Yeah.
I really do. Okay, our next subject is going to be about Jody Watkins. He was exonerated after spending 23 years in prison. Let's take a look at what happened to him.
New tonight at 6, a man who spent more than 2 decades in prison for a murder he did not commit has officially been exonerated.
We're talking about Joey Watkins. He credits a podcast for uncovering new evidence proving his innocence. 11 Alive's Paolo Suro spoke with him, his family, and attorney today.
My life stopped at 19. Then I come out at 42.
23 years of fighting to be able to live outside prison walls. Walls Joey Watkins was never meant to be in. And Thursday night, that fight officially came to a close.
Still hasn't all set in with me that it's finally over.
A Floyd County Superior Court judge approved a motion from the district attorney to dismiss his case. Watkins was falsely accused of pulling up to a pickup truck in Rome, driven by acquaintance Isaac Dawkins, and shooting Dawkins in the head. He was convicted and sentenced to life in prison in 2001.
I pray that the Dawkins family will do what the DA's office did. I stand on what I told them 20-something years ago. I didn't do this. I did not take your son. Please look at the evidence.
That evidence coming to life thanks to the Georgia Innocence Project and the podcast Undisclosed. It included cell phone records that proved Watkins was miles away during the crime.
Claire Gilbert from the Innocence Project, she said, I'm not going to give up on you. 3 weeks to a month later, and she was like, got a question. She was like, do you want to do a podcast? And I was like, a what?
Georgia Innocence Project senior attorney Christina Cribbs says they've been fighting to get the charges dropped for years.
Joey has been out of prison for 8 months, but Joey has been living every day with murder charges still hanging over his head, knowing that he is an innocent person.
During his more than 2 decades in prison, Watkins says he learned to play guitar, learned new languages, and got certified in automotives. Now he plans on traveling the world with his family by his side.
We are absolutely the happiest we've ever been to have him home.
I think the justice system is still broken. As an inmate or a prisoner, the hope for us, if we have no money, if we have no help, that is the organizations like the Innocence Project.
In Rome, Paolo Suro, 11 Alive News.
Wow. Can you imagine spending 22 years in prison for something that you did not do? It's a lot of people who go through that experience. What do you think, Lily?
Yeah, it's that sad. I have a nephew, a great nephew, that's in prison now for something that he didn't do. And it bothers me because I was on the phone with him and I told him to leave and he left, but I told him to leave the phone off the hook. I heard the whole conversation and I told his mother about it. And she said, well, why? I said, I told Nathan, to leave. And I told her what, but it's a lot, like you said, it's a lot of young men that's doing time for things that they did not do. And it's sad, all those years that man lost. He don't have any children. He don't have a wife. It's just sad.
They took his life from him.
Yes. And then it's like
20 years is a lifetime. They took his life.
And if you are poor, and if you don't have the avenues and the resources and all that stuff, you're screwed. You're going to prison for something, that you did not do.
Like Cicely?
Yeah, I was just, I just really feel bad for him and everything. But I want people to recognize that he's not the only case. Mm-hmm. It's several cases like this, and this just shows the loophole in our judicial system. It's so many times that so many people, when a situation takes place, especially when it's prime news, when it takes place, they have to find somebody. They have to arrest somebody.
Right. This is
They
true.
have
This
to
is
make
what
it
happens.
right.
Yes.
And sometimes they don't have the evidence, but they will do whatever they
They'll
got to
do
do to make sure they can be on the front news, letting you know that that person is captured and everybody can lay to rest.
Yes,
You understand?
exactly.
And so I think that with this new technology, a whole lot of cases need to be reopened and relooked at and possibly retried.
Right.
Okay, Kendra.
Yeah, I think that's a very sad story. Unfortunately, I think it is, like you said, a lot of people going through that. I know a lot of people in prison for just not snitching. Lifetime sentence for not snitching. So it's just, it's just awful. It's just awful all around. And I'm surprised he's even sane enough to even say a conversation, really, because I've actually worked there before. And it's something that, it's a whole nother world. It's a whole nother world, whole nother adjustments that you have to adjust mentally to. It's not like out here where everything is everything, once they go in there, stand at a standstill from wherever they left it at, that's where they left it at. So 23 years later, just getting back out and trying to get into society it just seems hard enough, But I do think the justice system, these courts, as go state to state, different states with different rules and different things like that, railroading people and just to get, evidence and confessions out of people so they can do time. I think they just use it loosely. And I think they need to really take it more serious. They really do, because it's not a joke. It's really not.
Ali?
Joey, you've got a case. And don't let nobody tell you that you don't have a case. Do you know that the judge and the prosecutor and the public defender all get paid when when they convict you? They all get paid. Do you know that the state owes you a refund for everything that they paid out everybody to incarcerate you? Do you know that you can get paid for every dime that was spent on you being incarcerated? I'm gonna tell you guys straight up, there is a case, there's several. Do you know that the public defender, you can sue, and you can sue that department for ineffective counsel? Boy,
That is so
before
true.
you leave this country and go vacationing, jump on it.
That is
Because
true.
the state owes you a life.
They
And do not let anybody tell you it's not worth it to pursue the case. It's
That is
worth
so
it.
true. That is so true.
Right?
You know what? You're right.
Ineffective counsel.
Ineffective counsel. Because did you hear what they said? They said that it was a simple
There
phone
was
record.
a simple phone record.
that proved his innocence.
They did.
That's
Took his whole life away.
23 years.
Yes. It's not like it didn't exist. It's not like it wasn't available.
Right.
They did.
Ineffective counsel.
Exactly.
Sue.
All right. That's something that we need to try to bring more to people's attention out here to try to help those who need that support and that help that's innocent.
Yeah.
But we're going to take a break and we'll be back. And we're going to be talking about something that we experience every single year. We look forward to it. The big Fresno Fair.
Do your relationship feel like it's crumbling? Do you feel like the connection is gone? Has your relationship hit a brick wall?
Sometimes I think to myself, does she even want to be with me? I'm constantly alone. I even eat alone. I just want my wife back. You know, the one I married.
It's like, how many times do I have to say it? I need help. All of the household responsibilities are on me, true enough. He pays the bills, but I do everything else. I don't have time to make love when he wants, or even give him the time he feels he deserves.
Change can help. Let My Purpose Retreats show you how. Visit us today at www.mypurposeretreats.com for further information.
Okay, fall is here, and so is the big Fresno Fair. I want to tell you about the Pint for a Pass program where you give blood to get a ticket at the fair. This runs now through October the 14th. Also, musical acts, the Invoke is going to be there, the Beach Boys, and the Offspring will be performing. And also, Invoke will be performing on October the 5th. The Beach Boys perform on October the 12th, and the Offspring performs on October the 13th. And lastly, they're going to be having live boxing matches there. So, if you like boxing, make sure you come. And also, I don't know what day you guys are choosing to go on, but I'm going to go and visit on the Disabled and Senior Day. It's going to be October the 7th from 10, I think, to 1. You get in free. And if you're taking someone that's disabled, the person that's taking you, your caregiver, they'll get in free too. So we want to make sure that everybody get a chance to go visit the Big Fresno Fair. Could you tell me what you like about the Big Fresno Fair, some of the things that you like to go do?
I have not been there since I was 21 years old and lost my daughter. I'm not the one to ask. Lost my 4-year-old. I found her.
I actually like to, and I'm old school, right? I can tell you how old I am, but I'll tell you how old I am. The little computer pictures.
Oh, yeah,
I remember the computer pictures with it. You frame it and you put it on some cotton little calendars. Oh, that's what I like. I like taking the pictures. I like the games. I don't let them take all my money, but I do give them a little something. Yeah, that's about it.
Okay. Cicely?
You know, I was raised in Los Angeles, and so since I was raised in Los Angeles, we're used to paying to get in, and we can ride everything. So when I got to Fresno and I went to the fair and I spent $500 in a couple of hours, you know, I was a little caught off guard, you know.
These ain't free?
Yeah,
one day the rides is free, right? One day the rides is free.
I don't know, but I'm still traumatized, you know, from all of the money that I spent. But I love to make sure that I send people to get me a funnel cake. I love funnel cakes. Yeah, I really do. I like it topped with a whole lot of strawberries and then put the whole can of whipped cream on top.
Oh, you said the whole can.
The food.
Girl, the food.
What do you like about the Big Fresno Fair?
The food.
That's what I like, the food, as you can see.
Yeah.
Well, man, y'all like it, though.
Girl, I didn't fall in love with food until I got older. Girl, but I like the tacos.
Appreciate it.
The rolled tacos.
Oh, yeah.
Girl, that is so good. I be eating the paper. It's so good. I be chewing it like it's gum.
You know, the thing I love the most is when families can get together. I could advise a lot of the family members that want to take their children, do it in the daytime.
Yes.
You know, so it could be, you know, just some safety issues maybe. You know, always go with someone, never be by yourself.
Yes.
And enjoy yourself, you know. Go pick a day out, go with the kids, you know, go with your spouses. We're going to go to the horse races. They got the best cold beer. I just had to say that.
And beer rocks.
Cold beer in the world.
And beer rocks. Those remember the beer rocks?
Yes.
Oh my God, beer rocks are amazing.
Yeah.
They're very flavorful.
I eat the chicken kebab. The big one.
Yes.
Oh my goodness, it's so huge.
Chicken kebab? I'm going to have to try that.
Oh yeah, they didn't even have the beef ones last time, but the chicken kebab.
I want the flesh. I want the light up.
It's grilled.
Oh my God, I get so excited. Just think about the light up balloons and stuff.
But guess who else is coming? I forgot to mention this. 2 Chainz.
Yes.
2 Chainz is going to be there, right? His name 2 Chainz, the rapper. He's going to be there. I don't know exactly what day. I think it's probably the 13th or the 14th, but he will be there too. So you guys better get there early and get your seats and get ready to party.
And where
I'm going to go this year. I think I'm going to go because, you know, my husband and my 2 boys are into boxing. So since they have this no boxing thing, I think I'm gonna take my kids. And then when you said in Vogue, honey, I've been holding on to this love.
Okay. It's so nice. So take out that time as for family and to go enjoy yourself with your family and your friends. Lastly, we want to do a Let's Talk shout out to my baby, my girl, Miss Shayona Collins. She's back in school in college, and she been accepted in the Phi Theta Kappa Honor Society, and they gave her a big check for being on the honor roll. $2,200, you guys. She was like, "Mama, the school sent me some money. Should I spend it?" I said, "I don't know." She said, "Well, the last time I had to pay them back. But this time she called and they said, honey, the money is yours. You keep it for good grades." So it ain't never too late to go back to school and get your education and don't give up, because you know what? They giving money out for going to school. And especially if you get good grades, they giving extra money out. So I would like to thank you, ladies. Miss Ali is back here with us.
All right. We missed you last week.
We missed you. And Kendra and Cicely and Lily and myself, Miss Lashonda Lee. We enjoyed you. And all next month, we want you to tune in because we have something special planned for you. It's going to be a month that we will be celebrating breast cancer awareness. So we will be celebrating that. We're going to have at least one segment a week on cancer, prevention, survivors, and how to get checkups. You know, keep your checkups and things like that. And we're going to have special guests next month. So we have entertainers coming. We're going to have a great time. I love you. Thank you for coming and tuning in with us each week. And we will be seeing you again next week. And don't forget to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and you can get on our website if you want to see some of the special things. And we will have audience participation next month. So if you would like to be in the audience, please inbox us or call 559-412-8800. Leave your name, and we'll call you back, and we'll get you tickets. You have to have tickets before you come in. Okay, so make sure you let us know if you would like to be in the audience for next month. All right. See you guys later.
All right.